Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. We are on day 4. Wow. Going to start our practice down on the ground, so lying on your back. Make your way there slowly. And whenever you arrive, find some space between the legs and between the arms and the side body. And really just sink everything down to the ground and feel the connection to the earth beneath you as you close the eyes. Take any tension away from the entire body as we start to breathe in and out of the nose. And as we breathe here, can we feel it floating throughout our entire body, from the tip of our toes, rushing through our body like a wave and meeting at the crown of our head. Ask yourself how you're feeling today. And come to find one more breath. Nice. Coming into movement as we reach our arms all the way back behind us. Flex our toes towards our face and send away through our heels as we reach in opposite directions on an inhale. Exhale to soften 2 more times. Nice, once more. Gorgeous. Just release any tension in the jaw. Maybe we yawn it out. And then take hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Option to open the eyes here if you like, as we shimmy our upper body over to the right side. And then cross our left leg over the top of our right. Come to find a curly banana shape as we find a little more length through the left side body. Breathing completely, really feeling the rib cage and the lungs expand as we inhale. And exhale, emptying everything out, making our way back to center. And taking the right wrist with the left hand, shimmying our upper body over to the left and crossing the right leg over the left. Nice, and breathing into the side body, keeping the hips on the ground. Maybe we reach a little more through the right arm. On your next exhale, release and float back to center. Bring the knees and legs off the ground and reach the hands towards the sky. And imagine that you're trying to tread water in a swimming pool, but in a bit of a funky, perhaps unconventional way. So we're circling through the wrists and the ankles, spreading through the fingers and the toes. And then start to find movement as well in the arms and the elbows and the knees and the legs and the hips. And maybe we find some sort of breaststroke, but really this isn't about how this looks. Can we check in with how this feels? Move in a way that feels good for you. Listen in to exactly what your body needs this morning. Coming to find 2 more breaths here. Enjoying this orchestra of pops and locks and clicks, if you can hear some. Nice, and then releasing, hugging the left leg in and either bringing the right foot to the earth or lengthening it out long, whatever feels best. Curling the forehead towards the knee, rounding through the spine. Exhaling to soften back down to the ground. Take the left hand to the left knee and start to invite circles into the hips. And really exaggerate the circle we're making here. So draw a nice big line. And slow this down. There's absolutely no rush today. Send your circle in the opposite direction. Gorgeous. Then come back to center. Hug the right leg in and send the left leg either foot to the ground or out long. Curling the forehead towards the knee, rounding through the spine. Exhaling, dropping the head back down, right hand to the knee. Find these knee circles, inviting some movement and oil into the joints around the hips. Send your circle in the opposite direction. Nice. And then bringing everything back to center, Aponasana, hugging the knees in towards you, rocking to the right, rocking to the left, and coming back to center. We have a couple of options here. If you are still working on building some strength in the deep abdominals, maybe you want to bring the feet to the ground. And if you are looking to challenge yourself a bit more, you might like to lengthen the legs out long, wherever we are. Reaching our arms back behind us, and then checking in with this fire in our center that we're going to wake up as we curl our chin towards our chest, using our arms to help us at any time if we need to, coming all the way forwards and everybody lengthening the legs as we fold, keeping length through the spine. Nice. And slowly making your way back down, chin to chest, rolling each vertebra back onto the earth, one by one. Reaching away before rolling back up. Remember, use whatever support you want to here. This is your practice. Keep the knees nice and bent as we fold forwards, easing into this. And last time, coming all the way down. And lifting your way up. As you get halfway, see if we can stay there. If we're whirling like that washing machine we know too well, that is fine. Just smile, breathe. For 3, 2, 1. Lift all the way up, fold forwards. And then scoot the legs to one side, jumping our way into tabletop all fours. With the wrists beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips, sending some love to the spine as we float our tailbone down, drop our gaze, arch our spine, cat pose. And moving into cow pose here at your own pace, perhaps moving with a breath. Maybe you waggle the tail from side to side. Really experience this today as a totally new pose. Your body is different as you come to the mat every day, so notice how it is right now. One more cat-cow. And then coming all the way back to center, tucking the toes under, we sit back on the heels. Reach the arms out long. As you press down through the palms, you lengthen through the legs and lift the hips high, downward facing dog. Pedal through the heels. Taking a breath here, and then slowly, as slow as we can go, floating the knees down to the ground. Taking them wide. Big toes come to touch, sit back, child's pose. Find a couple of breaths here. And then lifting back up. Knees back to parallel, toes tuck. We make our way into our down dog in our own time. And finding what movement that feels good. Before shifting our weight very slightly, lifting off our left hand and reaching it back towards the right side of the mat. Nice. Keeping the knees bent. Find one more breath here. And then release the left hand down and reach the right hand off and over to the left side. Nice. Keep spreading through the left fingers before making your way all the way back to center. Slowly walking the feet forwards and finding a fold at the front of your mat. Keep the feet hips distance apart. Bend the knees, head, neck and arms nice and heavy. Gorgeous. From your forward fold, inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to release, Root down through all four corners of the feet to rise up. Reach for the sky with the arms. And then hands come together at the heart. As we send our sitting bones behind us, bending our knees, imagine we're sitting back on a chair. Nice. Keep spreading through the toes, keeping this lovely long line from our tailbone to our crown, checking in with our chair pose. Noticing the pelvis space. If we're rocking too far forwards or too far back, can we come right in the center of these two spaces? Keep a lovely long alignment with the spine. One more breath here. And as you exhale, fold forwards. Stepping the right leg straight back on a diagonal. As we come into a lunge, we can keep our back knee lifted or lower it down to the ground, wherever we are, reaching the hands forwards and all the way towards the sky, softening through the shoulders. Finding length through all four sides of the torso, breathing in. And on your breath out, float the right hand down onto your support, maybe a brick or a block or the earth. Left hand spirals the ribs over to the left side and then reaches. Finding a windmill arm, we reach our left hand back and all the way forwards, nice big line, and then all the way forwards and back. We're painting a rainbow in the sky, nice. Journeying to your twist for one breath, and then releasing, tucking the back toes under as we lift the back knee off and step forwards into your fold. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to release and step that left leg back. Nice wide stance in our lunge. Remember, back knee can be lifted or lowered as we reach the hands forwards and all the way towards the sky. Keeping the front knee over the front ankle and sending some love to our hip flexors here. Take a lovely breath in and out. Left hand floats down towards the ground. Right hand spirals the ribs over to the right side and reaches. Nice. Then windmilling the right hand back and all the way forwards. And then forwards and all the way back. Coming back into our lunge, we'll meet here for one breath. Before releasing, tucking the back toes under, stepping forwards into our fold and then planting both palms as we step the feet back, lift the hips high, downward facing dog. Finding one more breath here. Before slowly walking the feet forwards, back into our fold, inhaling to lift up halfway, exhaling to release and really rooting down. We spread through the toes as we start to rise, reach for the sky, sitting straight back in our chair, hands come together at the heart, bending the knees. Keep this length. We have a few options here in our chair pose. Perhaps we stay where we are. Maybe the hands come to the hips. Perhaps we find cactus arms that we did in our last practice. Or maybe we reach behind to find our airplane wings and shift our weight forwards into our toes as we fly. Finding a little more space between our shoulders and our earlobes wherever we are. Be sure to breathe. Be sure to smile. Find one more breath. And exhaling, lengthen the legs. Come to find a mountain pose. Take a lovely breath in and a lovely breath out. Nice. Hands come together at the heart in Anjali Mudra. Closing the eyes, checking in with yourself. Feel the support beneath you. Notice how the body feels. Can we really connect to that breath that we cultivated at the start of our practice that's surging throughout our entire body? Sending love into the rest of the day with you. From my heart to yours, Namaste.